Hello, Namaskar and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your window to quick and crisp news updates from the country and the world. Let's begin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while addressing the CII annual summit virtually, said that even during such unprecedented times of COVID-19, we are witnessing how industry and government can work hand in hand, be it masks, PPE kits, ventilators. We received help from the industry wherever the country needed. Prime Minister further said that huge responsibility for the success of Self-Reliant India campaign lies on Indian industries. The Prime Minister said that today's new India is ready to go along with the new world. India, which was once apprehensive of foreign investment, is today welcoming every type of investment. The Prime Minister further said that today our citizens are ready to accept and promote our local products. This will play a key role in building Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Prime Minister said that our youth is filled with confidence as seen at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. It shows that our youth is ready to set higher goals and work towards achieving them. The Prime Minister said that the recent reforms done for promoting ease of doing business were not easy decisions, but they were brought to life because of the support of our industry. Prime Minister said that to build Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have to tread difficult terrains and we have to maintain a core nature of taking risks. Prime Minister called for further strengthening the partnership between the public and private sector. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the Factoring Regulation Amendment Bill will help small businesses get credit facilities and that the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Amendment Bill will protect the rights of small depositors. The Prime Minister said that he is always ready to solve the challenges of our industry and will always be open to their suggestions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi took stock of information regarding flood situation in his parliamentary constituency Varanasi today. Prime Minister telephonically inquired him about the flood situation over there. In Himachal Pradesh, over 25 persons are feared to be trapped under the debris in a major landslide that occurred at Nigulsari Tehsil in Kinnaur district today afternoon. Rescue operation is underway in Himachal Pradesh following a landslide on a road in Nugulsari area of Kinnaur district of Himachal Pradesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today spoke to Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh Jairam Thakur regarding the situation in the wake of the landslide in Kinnaur. The Prime Minister assured all possible support in the ongoing rescue operations. Parliament gave its nod to the Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 with its passage in Rajya Sabha on Wednesday. The Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 seeks to restore the power of state governments to identify other backward classes. Lok Sabha adjourned Saintai. The monsoon session, which commenced on 19th of July, was scheduled to go on till 13th of August. However, the proceedings in both the houses were adjourned Saintai 2 days ahead of its schedule. The monsoon session of Parliament concluded today. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla expressed his feelings and said that he was hurt by the fact that the proceedings of the House did not take place as per expectations in the season. Flood situation worsens in Bihar following continuous rise of water level in Ganga. Union Home Minister Amit Shah chairs 36th meeting of the Parliamentary Committee on Official Language in New Delhi. On this occasion, the Union Home Minister stressed on creating an environment in which the development of the official language Hindi takes place easily as a friend of local languages. India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has exceeded 51.90 crore. Cumulatively, 51 crore 90 lakh 80,524 vaccine doses have been administered till 7 a.m. today. 41 lakh 38,646 vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate has reached 97.45% in the last 24 hours. This is the highest ever recovery rate achieved by India since the start of the pandemic. Out of the people infected since the beginning of the pandemic, 3,12,20,981 people have already recovered from COVID-19, whereas 40,013 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours. India has reported 38,353 daily new cases in the last 24 hours. Less than 50,000 daily new cases have been reported since 45 consecutive days. India's active caseload today stands at 3,86,351. This is the lowest recorded active case in 140 days. Active cases now constitute only 1.21% of the country's total positive cases, which is also the lowest since March 2020. With substantially ramped up testing capacity across the country, a total of 17,77,962 tests were conducted in the last 24 hours across the country. Cumulatively, India has conducted over 48.50 crore tests so far. The 30-share Sensex on Wednesday slipped 28.73 points to end at 54,525.93. The 50-share Nifty, however, inched 2.15 points higher to close at 16,282.25. Gold prices on Wednesday rose by 76 rupees on the MCX to end at 46,038 rupees per 10 gram. Silver prices, on the other hand, fell by 145 rupees to end at 62,491 rupees per kilogram. The Indian rupee on Wednesday settled on flat note, down 1 paisa at 74.44 against US dollar. Brent crude futures, the global oil benchmark, rose 0.30% to USD 70.84 per barrel. Petrol and diesel prices remained unchanged across the 4 metro cities for the 25th consecutive day on Wednesday. In the national capital, petrol prices were steady at 101.84 rupees per litre and diesel rates were unchanged at 89.87 rupees per litre. The Finance Ministry, in its latest monthly economic review, has said that economic impact of the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic is likely to be muted and there are visible signs of economic rejuvenation as suggested by various economic indicators. The Reserve Bank of India has asked banks and white label automated teller machine or ATM operators to put in place a robust system that will allow them to monitor the availability of cash in ATMs and ensure timely replenishment to avoid cash out situations. The central bank has introduced a scheme of penalty for non-replenishment of ATMs effective 1st of October 2021, wherein banks and white label ATM operators will be penalized in the event of cash outs beyond permissible time limit. According to the scheme, a penalty of 10,000 rupees per ATM will be levied in the event of a cash out situation for more than 10 hours in a month. The world continues to battle COVID-19. So far, more than 20.49 crore people have been infected by the virus, while over 18.40 crore patients have recovered. More than 43.25 lakh people worldwide have died due to COVID-19. With over 3.68 crore total cases, so far the United States continues to be worst affected by COVID-19. Deaths due to COVID-19 in the country has surpassed 6.34 lakh. COVID-19 pandemic in Bangladesh claimed a record 264 lives on Tuesday, taking the death toll to 23,161. In Bangladesh, a total of 11,164 new cases of coronavirus infection were also reported on Tuesday. Australia's second biggest city, Melbourne, will stay locked down for a second week after reporting 20 new COVID-19 cases. Melbourne struggles to stamp out infections caused by the highly infectious Delta variant of the pandemic. South Korea reported more than 2,200 new daily COVID-19 cases, a record since the pandemic began last January. German Chancellor Angela Merkel on Tuesday said Germany needs to speed up vaccination campaign to avoid overwhelming its healthcare system. Bavarian Premier Markus Söder said a fourth wave of COVID-19 will hit Germany this autumn. American migrants who were hoping to have a better life in the US were deported to Mexico after most of them tested positive for COVID-19. In Bangkok, thousands of Thai anti-government protesters clashed with riot police amid rising anger over the handling of the COVID-19 pandemic by Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha's administration. In Guinea, health authorities are monitoring 155 people who may have been in contact with a confirmed case of Marburg virus disease. The World Health Organization (WHO) on Tuesday said Marburg virus disease is a highly infectious hemorrhagic fever and is similar to Ebola. The Marburg case was confirmed in Gokudi in southeastern Guinea. Mexico and the United States made progress in bilateral cooperation on Tuesday after talks that were intended to focus on stemming illegal immigration and reopening their shared border. The U.S. Senate on Tuesday passed a $1 trillion infrastructure package with broad bipartisan support. The package, a top priority for U.S. President Joe Biden, aims to provide the nation's biggest investment in decades in roads, bridges, airports and waterways. The United States said it is evaluating the threat environment around its embassy in Kabul on a daily basis. State Department spokesperson Ned Price said the embassy in regular contact with Washington. Wildfires in several parts of the world is causing massive destruction. In Algeria, forest fires on Tuesday killed as many as 42 people, including 25 soldiers deployed to help put out the blaze down. Greece too has been witnessing massive wildfire. On Tuesday, more than 1,000 firefighters from Greece and abroad scrambled to contain fires burning around the country, with the largest front on the island of EVIA. In Greece, the government has announced relief measures for those who have lost property. In Peru, Air Force was called in on Tuesday to help fight wildfires raging in the country's Cusco region. In Brazil, wildfires have destroyed 2,300 hectares of native vegetation and pastures. The forest fire started on the 7th of August and doubled in size within 2 days. This has been the largest fire in the Mato Grosso wetlands biome this season, with wind and dry weather intensifying the blaze. In Turkey, a new blaze broke out in popular holiday resort in Bodrum late on Tuesday. A Ukrainian helicopter with night vision capabilities battled the blaze. Turkey plans to send 2 firefighting planes to Greece as fire crews continue to battle multiple blazes in Mukla province. A decade-long drought in Chile has gone from bad to worse due to a scorching July, a month which typically brings mid-winter weather, showering the capital Santiago in rain and snow. Designed with the help of a group of Indonesian university lecturers to entertain a village, a homemade robot has found a new use during the pandemic. The robot brings food to self-isolating residents who've contracted COVID-19. Assembled from electric household items like pots, pans and an old television monitor, the robot was renamed the Delta Robot by the project team. With the robot's head made from rice cooker, it is operated by remote control and its battery should allow for 12 hours of operation. The boat of King Khufu, an ancient vessel that is the oldest and largest wooden vessel discovered in Egypt, has arrived at the Grand Egyptian Museum after being painstakingly moved from its long-standing home next to the Giza pyramids. It took 48 hours to transport the cedar wood boat, which is 138 feet long and weighs 20 tons, to its new home. The 4,600-year-old vessel, also known as the Solar Boat, was discovered in 1954 at the southern corner of the Great Pyramid and has been exhibited for decades at a museum bearing its name at the Giza Plateau. Wildfires tore through the Siberian village of BIHAR rolled so fast at the weekend that people fled, leaving their pets behind. Rescuers have since saved 6 cats who survived the blaze. Volunteers combed the ruins of the village looking for cats after spotting them in a media video of the devastation. The volunteers were supported by White Bim Animal Protection Fund. They ended up finding 4 of them badly hurt in the blaze and now being treated in a clinic in Yakutsk, the regional capital. In an abandoned quarry in Athens too, volunteers are treating hundreds of animals displaced or injured by wildfires that swept through suburbs north of capital last week. So far, the site has hosted more than 200 animals, pets and strays from across Attica, the broader region which includes Athens. Russian tourists launched for the beach at one of Egypt's Red Sea resorts on Tuesday as flight resumed to Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada for the first time in nearly 6 years after Moscow had banned them following a deadly plane crash. Excited to be able to take direct flights to the sunny resorts, tourists swam, snorkeled and enjoyed various other water activities and sports. Climate change is affecting everyone, but it is affecting farmers the most. For more than 6 decades, the cocoa that Richard Mbasa has harvested from his plantation in central Cameroon faithfully paid for everything his family needed. Now he's battling drought. Richard Mbasa is battling dry soil, dry cocoa trees and little to no income. The 77-year-old cocoa farmer relied on his plantation in Cameroon to support his family for over 60 years. Cocoa harvesters are struggling hard, provided that 70% of the world's cocoa beans, the main ingredients for chocolate, currently comes from the region. Soaring temperatures are causing massive melting on Greenland's ice sheet, according to the Polar Portal website. The research platform, which is run by Denmark's Meteorological Institute, said last week that the ice sheet covering the vast Arctic territory is melting twice its normal average rate during summer. In the Arctic, global warming is happening twice as fast, and last week a record high was set in eastern Greenland. A giant panda named Bingua has celebrated her 7th birthday with cakes, gifts and fans at Xinjiang Forest Wild Animal Zoo in northeast China's Liaoning province. For Bingua's birthday, the keepers prepared a luxury birthday cake with her favorite fruits and vegetables in it. The keepers also made some new toys as her birthday presents. And India will be up against England in second test match of 5-match test series at Lord's Cricket Ground in London starting Thursday. Top players of Indian hockey contingent from the state of Odisha felicitated at a function in Kalinga Stadium today. Lionel Messi signed a 2-year contract with PSG on Tuesday and will wear number 30 shirt. Rafael Nadal withdraws from Toronto Masters with persistent foot injury. The injury kept the 20-time Grand Slam champion out of Wimbledon and Tokyo Olympics as well. Wrestling Federation of India has temporarily suspended Vinesh Fogart for indiscipline during her Tokyo Olympics campaign. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, as part of celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India at 75 is organizing Fit India Freedom Run 2.0 throughout the country. Taking inspiration from inaugural speech of Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the curtain raiser of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav on 12th of March this year, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has conceptualized celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav under the pillar of actions and results at 75. Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur will launch the nationwide program on Fit India Freedom Runs 2.0 on 13th of August. There will be 75 physical events at different historical locations on launch day, that is on 13th of August. For filmmaker Karan Johar, Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, that acts as one of the closest movies to his heart. The film on Wednesday marked 15 years of its release. The cast of the movie took to social media to share their love for their movie with the fans. Akshay Kumar and Bhumi Pednekar starred Toilet Ek Prem Katha also completed 5 years of its release on Wednesday. Bhumi Pednekar took to Instagram to express her happiness. Megastar Amitabh Bachchan returned to the set of Kaun Banega Crorepati. The superstar actor took to Instagram and shared a picture of him sitting in the host chair. As India enters 75th year of its independence, Bollywood actor Siddharth Malhotra is all set to delight his fans with upcoming Shesha, a true story of Kargil hero and martyr Captain Vikram Batra. The film is all set to release on Amazon Prime Video on 12th of August. Hollywood star Margot Robbie, known for playing Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad, is the latest celebrity to join the star-studded cast of Wes Anderson's next film. American singer Stevie Nicks, who is best known for her songs The Train, Blue Denim and Rooms on Fire, has cancelled her upcoming concerts due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Actor Idris Elba will lend his voice to the famous character Knuckles in the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 2 film. The information was shared by the actor on his Instagram account. Spain's San Sebastian International Film Fest has announced that it is bestowing Hollywood star Johnny Depp with the Donostia Award, a lifetime achievement honor that recognizes outstanding contributions to the film world. A24 has greenlit the documentary Underrated about NBA superstar Steve Curry and his historic 2008 run to March Madness greatness. The film, also from Curry's unanimous media, will recall the star basketball player's improbable rise with the Davidson Wildcats at the NCAA tournament. American comedians Pete Davidson and Jon Stewart will be teaming up for a comedy show, the proceeds from which will go to the 9/11 terrorist attack charities. And that's all for now in this bulletin, but news continues here on DD India. Meanwhile, please keep yourself safe, wear your mask and get yourselves vaccinated with both your doses as per your scheduled time. Namaskar.